In the next of our Harriers interview sessions, we've got Davy Watt, who is a founding member, and he's still running with us today, 40 years later. So, Davy, can you remember what your first race was for the club?
I can remember it vaguely. I remember probably more when he used to go behind the AGM the night of the Glasgow Marathon, and we all went down, and the end result was the formation of Calderglen Harriers. I think that would probably be about October 1984, and by the time my permit was sorted out, my first race was February 1985, Scottish Cross Country Championship held over at the Jack Kane Centre in Edinburgh.
And do you have a most memorable or favourite race that you've done for the Harriers?
I've got a number of memorable races, but I think the most memorable year would be 1987. Started off with me winning Glen Fruin 15 mile road race in April 1987. That was followed by winning Dunfermline half marathon in June 1987, when I beat the second guy, Frank Harper, by 2.5 minutes and knocked 3 minutes off the course record.
Nice.
That was followed by my first call-up in the Scotland vest, when I was asked to represent Scotland in the Bridgend Marathon, International Marathon in Wales, where I finished second in the race. I got 2:56. No, 2:28. 8 degrees centigrade, 8 degrees Fahrenheit, sorry. But an exceptionally difficult course. It's like running up Market Hill twice, one at the start and one at the end. That was my first outing for Scotland, but after that race I ran for Scotland again in the Dunfermline Livingston half marathon, where I ran 65.00 for the half and finished 7th, beating the 6 Englishmen and a Welshman. 6 English and Welsh. So I was really pleased at the first being for Scotland. But 65 you would have thought would have won the race instead of being 7th. So that was my second outing in a Scotland vest. The next race that particular year, my last major one, was the Glasgow Marathon, and I finished 5th. And it was the first marathon in Glasgow where more than one person came out of Pollock Park. So those 5Ks came out of Pollock Park, so right up to 22-23 miles, it was 5Ks, any one of us could have won it. Unfortunately it wasn't me, but at 22-23 miles, according to the press reports that I checked up on, we were running at 4:45 minute mile. It's not bad at 22-23 miles, but I finished 5th in that race. That was the last marathon I ran until a more memorable one when I turned 60 a couple of years back, when I thought I would take part in the British Masters down at York. So during the COVID, I had nothing else to do but train. So I was running about 85-90 mile a week. Not quite the same as 120 mile a week I was running in Glasgow, but I was running 85-90 mile a week down to York and finished, I think, 101st in the race, but got me a British Masters silver medal for my age group. So still life in the old dog here.
Yep, no stopping you.
Some of the most memorable occasions going to Lexi Island, certainly in the early days when we used to camp, and with Jimmy Stewart's old camper van. It wasn't even a camper van, it was a van. We used to sleep in the back here. None of the kind of staying in fancy hotels which we do nowadays. So I was the early halves were very memorable. Never won it, but came second a few times. Also in the early days we used to go away these sailing trips. I remember one particular sail trip, I think it was, we were sailing out of Troon Harbour, and we get a wee bit out into the sea and we get hit by a big force 8 gale and this is an old oyster smack with canvas sails, so it's pretty difficult to get them down. Came back into the harbour, and in the morning the wind was still blowing, and the guy Norman Mackenzie went away to get the bread and rolls and all the rest of it, came back. A wee while later, police were at the door of the boat. There's Norman Mackenzie in here, and he went away out. I said, yeah, that's me, very polite man. He's motoring blowing into the water. I forgot to put the handbrake on. Brand new motor. Obviously, it was a bit of a problem getting that out. So, quite memorable. I think the police were more interested to see if there was anybody in the boot. So there'll be a few quite memorable weekends away. I think that's probably one of the best things about Calderglen Harriers. The friendship has always been very, very good. Always made welcome. There's just something about Calderglen Harriers, whether it's the social side of it, whether it's the races, and just general, very, very good. So that's more of the kind of the running side of it. But I think my background in fell running probably helped with the road running. Whether it was doing the Carrymore mountain marathons or I was second in the Men Women race once way back late 80s. So that certainly helped me with my distance running. So that's as much as I think I've got to say at the moment.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks very much for that.